that tail wag your dog gives you when you come home. Most people think it means everything is fine, that no matter what happened today, your dog has already moved on. But that's not how dogs work. Dogs don't forget. They just don't have the words to tell you what's bothering them. And some of the things you do every single day are quietly wearing down a bond you won't notice breaking until it's already changed. These are 10 things a dog will never truly forgive you for. And number 5 is the one that'll hit closest to home. Number 1, yelling at them. Your dog just knocked the garbage can over again. You've told them 100 times, so you raise your voice, and yeah, it works. They stop. They slink away with their ears flat and their body low to the ground. But here's what's actually happening behind those wide eyes. Your dog doesn't understand the words coming out of your mouth. They understand the tone. And loud voices don't register as stop doing that in a dog's brain. They register as danger. When you shout, your dog's nervous system flips into survival mode. Learning shuts off completely. They're not processing your correction. They're just trying to feel safe again. Do this enough and something shifts. Your dog still obeys, but the tail sits a little lower. The eye contact starts to fade. They begin obeying out of fear instead of trust. And that difference matters more than you think. Number 2, ignoring them on walks. This one came straight from dog owners themselves, and it hits harder than you'd expect. You take your dog out for their walk, the highlight of their entire day, and you spend it staring at a screen. Here's what most people miss about walks. They're not just exercise for your dog. Every fire hydrant is a newspaper. Every patch of grass is a story. Your dog wants to share that experience with you. When you're scrolling through your phone, of your dog trotting beside you on the sidewalk, they look back at you, and you're just not there. Over time, walks become less exciting for them, not because the route got boring, but because their favorite person stopped showing up. Put the phone in your pocket. Even 10 minutes of being fully present changes everything. Number 3, taking their stuff. You want your dog's attention, but they're locked in on a chew toy on the living room floor, so you reach down and grab it. Seems harmless. But from your dog's perspective, you just confirmed their worst fear. Dogs can be surprisingly possessive about the things they consider theirs. And when you take a toy before they're finished with it, something clicks. They start guarding. Toys get dragged under furniture. Chews get carried to corners. A behavior called resource guarding kicks in, where your dog becomes anxious and even snappy around their belongings, because they've learned that things they love can disappear without warning. The fix is simple. Trade, don't take. Offer something of equal or higher value, and let your dog make the choice. Number 4, changing the rules. Your puppy just jumped onto the couch with a sock in their mouth, and it's honestly hilarious, so you let it slide. Maybe you even laugh and grab your phone. But tomorrow, when you're stressed and running late, they do the exact same thing, and you snap at them. Here's what just happened inside your dog's brain. They didn't think the human is letting me off just this once. They thought, this is fine now, noted. And then 24 hours later, the rules changed for no reason they can figure out. Dogs can't rationalize your mood swings. When the rules keep shifting, they stop trying to learn them altogether. Anxiety builds. And eventually they become nervous around you because they can never predict which version of you is about to show up. And here's where it gets really interesting, because the next one on this list is something almost every owner does. Number 5, hugging them. This is going to be controversial because every time this topic comes up, the comments fill with, well, my dog loves hugs. And honestly, some dogs do learn to tolerate them. A few genuinely seem to enjoy the closeness. Every dog is different, but here's what most people miss. Dogs don't hug each other. They can't. The closest thing in canine body language to a hug is when one dog pins another to the ground during a fight. So when you wrap your arms around your dog, many of them read that as being physically restrained. Their body stiffens, they lick their lips, they yawn. Those are all stress signals that owners miss because they're too busy enjoying the moment. Watch your dog closely next time. If they lean into you, relax their muscles, maybe close their eyes, they're probably one of the dogs who genuinely feel safe. But if they go still, look away, or try to pull back even slightly, they're communicating something important. And ignoring that message chips away at trust over time. If you're the kind of person who actually wants to understand what your dog is really telling you, hit the like button right now. Now let's keep going, because the next few can do real damage. Number 6, punishing them too late. You come home from work. The kitchen garbage is everywhere. You call your dog over and give them a stern, bad dog. They lower their head. They look guilty. Case closed, right? Not even close. If more than about 30 seconds have passed since the act, your dog has no idea what you're upset about. That guilty face is actually a stress response to your body language and your tone. They're not connecting your anger to the trash. They're just scared because the person they trust most is suddenly hostile for no reason they can identify. Keep doing this, and your dog starts to assume you're randomly unpredictable, which from their perspective, you are. And that's one of the most stressful things a dog can live with. Number 7, waking them up. A small dog curled up on the couch, breathing slowly, completely at peace. They look impossibly cute, and you just want to scoop them up. But waking your dog suddenly by petting them or picking them up can trigger something called sleep startle. They wake up confused and disoriented, and for a split second they have no idea where they are or who you are. This is especially common in dogs who didn't have much human contact early on. Former strays, dogs from shelters, dogs who grew up in kennel environments. The startle reflex can be strong enough to trigger a bite, and one bad moment like that can change the dynamic between you and your dog for a long time. If they're asleep, let them come to you when they're ready. Number 8, forcing them to socialize. Friends are over at your house. Your dog is clearly the greatest dog who has ever lived. So naturally, you want to show them off. You coax them out of their hiding spot and into the middle of the action. But your dog's body is telling a completely different story. Tail tucked, ears pinned back, trying to make themselves small near the doorway. If your dog seems reluctant to meet new people, forcing the issue doesn't cure the shyness. It confirms the fear. Every time they're pushed into a situation that overwhelms them, they start associating new people and new environments with anxiety. And that association can last a lifetime. Go at their pace. Let them observe from across the room. Let them choose when to engage. A calm dog greeting one person in a quiet living room builds more real confidence than a crowded house full of strangers ever will. Number 9, using the crate as punishment. The crate is supposed to be your dog's safe space, their den, the one spot in the house that belongs entirely to them. But the moment you start sending them there out of frustration, that meaning falls apart. You're trying to get chores done, and your dog keeps nudging you to play. You snap and tell them to go to their crate. You know they didn't do anything wrong. They just wanted your attention. But your dog doesn't understand that. All they know is that you were angry, and the crate is where angry sends them. Next time you want them to settle in their crate for a nap or while guests are visiting, don't be surprised when they hesitate at the door. Once a dog associates their crate with punishment, they assume every trip inside means something bad happened. The crate stops being a bedroom. It becomes a warning, and dogs remember the emotional history of a place for a very long time. Number 10, pushing away their love. A dog sprinting toward the front door, tail spinning, full body wiggling as their owner walks in from work. That greeting is one of the best feelings in the world, but when you're on a call or carrying groceries or rushing out the door in the morning, that same excitement becomes inconvenient. So you push them down, you sigh, you say, "Not now." In that tone, dogs absolutely pick up on. Here's the thing, your dog learns how to behave by watching how you react to what they do, and if they keep seeing frustration or rejection when they try to show love, eventually they stop trying. You can accidentally train your dog to never greet you at the door, never bring you their toy, never climb up next to you on the couch. Research involving thousands of dogs found that the majority displayed consistent signs of anxiety, and that even in loving homes, the way humans express affection doesn't always translate into what dogs actually need to feel secure. Your dog isn't being needy when they jump on you. They're speaking the only emotional language they have. And if you keep pushing that away, one day they'll stop speaking it altogether. Getting that connection back takes much longer than you'd expect. Your dog doesn't keep score the way you do, but they remember how you make them feel. And every single thing on this list is fixable, starting with the next moment you share with them. If you want to keep learning what's really going on inside your dog's head, click the video on screen right now.